Hi everybody, welcome back to another cleaning video, and today's one is going to be a spring cleaning video. This is part of my spring cleaning series of videos that are coming on my YouTube channel. So this is the first one and we are in the kitchen today. I am so excited to get spring cleaning on my home. I think it really needs it. I think especially the kitchen is such a highly used room that it just in need of a really big spring clean and sort out. This is definitely part one. As I say, I'm going to go room by room. I think I'm going to find that the easiest way to kind of spring clean my house is if I do it in sections. So room by room seems the easiest. So I really hope you like this sort of content, and please do hit the subscribe button down below if you like this sort of content, because as I said, there'll be lots more spring cleaning content to come.
Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day.
Okay, so the first thing I am doing is obviously giving everything a really quick tidy. So that means obviously popping everything away to make sure everything is off the sides. Obviously the clean cutlery can go back in the cutlery drawer, stuff like that. And then I really want to start with cleaning this window. So there are some jobs in here that I kind of do often, but there's going to be obviously a few as well that I do occasionally, and the window is an occasional job and it definitely hasn't been done in a while. Being winter and cold, it is obviously, you know, you get a lot of condensation in the kitchen and stuff like that, so the window does get that in our kitchen. So as you can see, it's just in need of a really good clean. This is a huge window, so I actually had to climb up on the countertops to reach the top of it, and the easiest way that I do it is I get some window and glass spray. I spray this on. I get a Dishmatic, which I just put fairy liquid into the Dishmatic, but you can put white vinegar in there as well. And then I'll wipe that all over, making sure that is all clean. And then I will use my window vac, and I'll obviously suck up the rest of the moisture and the water using the window vac. So that is the way that I clean my windows, and it works perfectly every single time. So yeah, I will be doing this throughout my house using the windows, cleaning the windows. But yeah, this is a really good, easy, quick technique to clean your windows.
Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water.
So that is all done, and I'm so glad that it's done and ticked off the list. Now I'm just going to pop everything back. Because it is spring, I have planted some seeds, so I've got them all on my windowsill ready. Obviously nothing has grown just yet, but I'm just doing tomatoes and sunflowers this year, so not too much. I do love growing from seeds, but I've only got a few this year. Next, I'm moving onto the sink. Now, I don't think you can really do a spring clean without cleaning your sink. And I love using Cif on our sink because we do have a white sink. It just really brings back the shine to my sink, gets rid of any sort of tough marks on the sink as well. So yeah, I do really rate the Cif cleaner.
Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much
Okay, so the sink's all clean, but I don't want to forget about the drains. So for the drains, I use bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar. I'll let that sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll boil a kettle and put boiling water down the sink, and this really helps with the odours that come up from the sinks. Obviously sometimes you do get smells coming from your sinks, but if you do this occasionally, like once a week or so, then that really does keep on top of that. So that is my sink all done, and is a clean sink, but I have got a massive pile of washing up to do, so I am going to do that. We actually don't have a dishwasher, so I do feel like I'm forever standing at this sink washing up, but I like to get a pile kind of there so I can do one big kind of like little wash in a go. So yeah, this is the pile of washing up needing to get done. Okay, so another occasional, job that I do is actually the tops of my cupboards, and I haven't done these for a while, so they're definitely on my spring cleaning list. A little hack, I like to put newspaper, as you can see, at the top of the cupboards, and this obviously then all the kind of dust falls onto them. You can just wrap that up, throw them in the bin, and then just give the tops a really quick wipe. But obviously they kind of don't need much wiping because they're generally just on the fell onto the newspaper, so it's so quick. It makes cleaning the cupboards so quick, so I absolutely love that hack. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just going around replacing all the paper, and then give everything a really good quick wipe, and then replacing it as well. So if you've got an old magazine or old newspaper, that's all you need. Obviously separate the pages and just neatly put them up so that you can't even see them.
You as you sleep, you don't know I'm looking with you everything.
So something I am doing is working my way from the top down to my kitchen. So obviously the windows, anything high on top of the cupboards. So obviously if any dust does fall down onto the countertops, I'm going to be cleaning that as I go down anyway. So that's a really good tip, is obviously when you are cleaning, clean from the top down.
Forever, I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever.
The extractor fan, again, is something I kind of forget to clean. As you can see, look how dirty that is. So this was well overdue a clean. Obviously, being the extractor fan, there's lots of grease and grime that gets pulled up to it. So I definitely need to make sure I do this a bit more regularly.
Forever, I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
So I've got my window vac out again. Any excuse or reason that I can use this, I will. And I realised why have I never used them on my kitchen cupboards before? Because obviously that bit at the front is glass, so that worked really well for those.
If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
Okay, so now I'm just going to go around and wipe the sides down. Obviously, as I said, because I was cleaning on top of the cupboards and there's lots of dust, I wanted to make sure the countertops were done after all of this. I'm just going to whiz around now and clean all of the countertops.
Do you know I'm looking? What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. deep
So let me know down in the comments, have you started your spring cleaning yet, or what is on your list to spring clean? I'd absolutely love to know. As I said, I'm going to be going room by room spring cleaning my house, and I cannot wait to get the house back in order again, especially kitchen. It's because it is such a highly used area. As I said, it just really needs a good sort out, and I'm so glad I'm ticking so many of my spring cleaning lists for the kitchen off today. Another one that has been on my list is descaling the kettle. As you can see, this is so gross. I use the Oust packets. They're so easy and simple to use. Essentially, you just need to tip one of the liquid pouches into the kettle after you've boiled it halfway, and then just leave that to sit for 5-10 minutes or so, and then just really make sure you give that a rinse out. So whilst I am letting that do its job, I thought I'd go through one of the cupboards and have a good sort out, pull everything out on this top shelf, get rid of some stuff that we don't use anymore. There's a lot of the kids kind of baby weaning stuff in this cupboard, which we are well over that stage now, so we don't need that anymore. So yeah, I just really wanted to sort through. I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe make a part 2 of a kitchen declutter, because the kitchen has got so many different areas. I definitely want to pull out some more of the cupboards and give them a deep clean as well, but this is as much as I'm going to have to get done today. But I'm so pleased with what I did get done, and I've ticked some really good spring cleaning lists and things off my list, so I'm so happy about that. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, a like, hit that subscribe button if you want some more spring cleaning content like this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.